Hello everyone and welcome to today's yoga class. So I'm just going to give you a couple of moments just to get yourself sorted, get any props that you may need. If you have any bricks or blocks around you, just grab them. Maybe later on anything like a blanket, some socks, maybe something to put over your head for your relaxation pose. And anything else that you may need today. You won't need a belt or anything. If you want to have it nearby, feel free to have it nearby. Good. So just going to give you another moment to just get settled, just slow down a little bit, stop rushing around, no matter where you are, either if you're watching it live with me or at some point later on. And then once you're ready, and there is no rush, just come into a child's pose. So you've got different options on how to do the child's pose. So you can have your knees together, or you can have your knees apart. It may be as wide as the mat. And you can have your hands just away from you, just melting your heart down. Maybe bring your forehead onto the mat. If it doesn't quite lower down, maybe use a prop, put your forehead onto one of the props. Closing your eyes here. If it's more comfortable, you can have your hands by your ankles. You can do a little shark fin here. Just see whatever feels good here, just to start off your day. Nice and relaxed. Taking a few deep inhales and slow exhales. Just focusing on your breathing, on your in and exhales, and whenever a thought pops into your mind, just acknowledging that thought and then letting it go again, coming back to your breathing. Really anchoring your thoughts in your breathing. Just letting it all go here. Releasing anything that doesn't serve you anymore into the mat, into the ground, and underneath you. Good, just a few more breaths here. And if you have your hands by your ankles, just stretch your arms out over your head and everyone just come onto your fingertips. Slightly bring your forehead off the mat and walk both hands off to the right hand side. So you're starting to get a nice stretch through the left hand side of your upper body here. So your hands might be away, completely off the mat here. Keep sinking your sitting bones towards your heels. You don't have to meet, just sink them towards each other. Good. Just a couple more breaths. Good, and on your exhale, slowly walking through the midline and over to the left-hand side. Again, just stretching through the right side of your body this time. Shoulders away from your ears, long neck. Good, maybe closing your eyes here if you want to. Good, and on your next exhale, slowly walk your hands into the midline and gently coming up onto all fours just here for a moment. Making sure that your knees are directly underneath your hip points so that if you were in extended child's pose with your knees wide, just bring them in and then sinking your sitting bones onto your heels. So you're coming to sitting down. Just going to turn around for you guys. Good. So then taking your fleshy pads, just moving them out of the way, sitting nice and tall. So bring your head over your heart over your pelvis, shoulders away from your ears here, sitting nice and tall. Good. Can for a moment, just that's all we're doing. If you want a nice little power pose today, just bring your fists onto your thighs, onto your hips, and do like it's almost like a Superman pose. It's one of the power poses. Just makes you feel nice and confident. Sometimes I quite like to bring it into hero pose. Good, just a couple more breath here. Good, and releasing your arms if they're there. And bring your right elbow in front of you with your right fingertips up, pointing to the ceiling. And with your left hand, bring it underneath and around. So either the outside of your hands can meet or the palms can meet. So see whatever feels more comfortable for you. Bring your shoulder blades down. And then on your inhale, bring your arms over your head as far as it feels comfortable for you. And then on your exhale, releasing your hands down again. Good, we're going to do this a couple more times. Inhaling your hands over your head. And on your exhale, releasing them down. Good, one last time. Inhaling it up. And exhaling it down again. Good, then untangling your arms. Just rolling your shoulders one way. And the other way. Good. And bring your left elbow in front of you, left fingertips pointing up to the ceiling, wrapping your right arm underneath and around. And again, either the outside of your hands meet or the palms meet. Shoulder blades down your back. Just making sure that you're still sitting nice and tall and you haven't collapsed. So just bring your head over your heart over your pelvis. And then on your inhale, bring your arms over your head. And then on your exhale, releasing them back down again. Good, couple more times. Inhale it up. And exhale it down. Good, one last time. Inhale it up. And exhale it down again. Good, then untangling your arms. And just rolling your shoulders one way. And the other way. Good. If this is starting to get hard on your legs, just come into a cross-legged or bring one foot in front of the other. That's absolutely fine. No matter where you are though, bring your head over your heart over your pelvis. I'm just going to do some leg stretches. So depending on what time of day you're doing this, if you're doing this live at 10, just be a bit gentle because obviously it's still early in the morning. Well, potentially not so early for you, depending on what time you got up. If it's later on, just listen to your body here. Good. So start stretching your left arm away from you towards the mat. And it doesn't matter where you are really. You will work it out in a moment. Then dropping your right ear to your right shoulder. Bring your right hand and place it on top of the left ear. Don't pull though, just place your hand on top of the ear. Good. So from here, gravity will do its own thing. So with your left hand, you can stretch it even further away if you want to. Maybe move it slightly around, and that just decreases or increases the stretch. So depending on what you want in this moment in time, just, maybe play around a little bit. You can maybe gently just slightly move your head around if that feels good. Just be very mindful, obviously, because you are in a stretch. Be stretching your arms away. Maybe closing your eyes if you haven't already done so. Good, just one more breath here. And then on your exhale, slowly releasing your head and coming back to center. Good, let's do this on the other side. So stretching your right arm away from you, dropping your left ear towards your left shoulder, and with your left hand, place it on top of your right ear. So just keep stretching that right arm away. And again, just, see the intensity, maybe move it backwards and forwards slightly, ease off a little bit. Just maybe just bring it down. Bring your hands maybe down. That's actually quite an intense stretch. So see whatever feels good here for you. Okay, again, maybe just closing your eyes. Just coming back to your breathing. Good, and on your next exhale, slowly releasing your hands, bring your head back to center. Good, and just for a moment or two, just with your hands, just give yourself a little shoulder massage, neck massage. We don't do this enough. Well, I certainly don't. We have to start taking care of ourselves, and luckily we're doing that by doing yoga, so that's a good start. But we tend to hold a lot of tension in our necks. So, every now and then, just put your fingers in there. It's actually quite nice. There you go, just that. It's perfect. Good. So then let's come onto all fours. So making sure that your knees are directly underneath your hip points. You're really pushing the top of the feet into the mat, and then your hands are either directly underneath your shoulders or slightly in front of it, whatever feels more comfortable for your wrists here. Spreading your fingertips nice and wide, really pushing the mat away, so pushing into space in between your shoulder blades, long spine and neck. And on your inhale, dropping your belly, looking forward, opening through the heart. And then on your exhale, rounding through the spine, really pushing the mat away. Good again. Inhale, dropping your belly, looking forward. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Good, one last time. Inhale, dropping your belly, looking forward. And exhale, rounding through the spine, chin to chest. Good. Inhale, coming back to neutral spine, a long neck. Good. Really keep pushing the mat away. And inhaling your right leg up behind you. Good. Engaging through your core, so pulling your navel to your spine. And then inhaling your left arm in front of you. Good. And on your exhale, bring your knee and your elbow together underneath you, rounding through the spine. Good. Inhale, extend. And exhale, bring it together. Inhale, extend. And exhale, bring it together. Good. Inhale, extend, stay here. Bending through that right knee, swinging that left hand around, grab hold of the right foot. Push the foot into the hand, opening up here. Don't hold your breath. And then on your next exhale, with control, releasing back up onto all fours. Good, just taking a moment here just to slightly adjust potentially. And again, just pushing the mat away here. And this time, inhaling your left leg up behind you. Engaging through your core, pulling your navel to your spine. And then inhaling your right arm in front of you. Good. On your exhale, bring your knee and your elbow together underneath you, rounding through the spine. Inhale, extend. And exhale, bring it together. Good again. Inhale, extend. And exhale, bring it together. Good. One last time. Inhale, extend. Stay here, bending through that left leg. Bring your right arm around. Grab hold of the left foot. Pushing the foot into the hand, opening up here. Good. Just one more breath. And then with control, releasing back up onto all fours. Good. Nicely done. So then walking your hands slightly further forward, tucking your toes under, and then pushing your hips up to the ceiling into downward facing dog. So this is your first down dog of the day. So just be very mindful, just doing any movements that feel good here. Really pushing the mat away with your hands. There is no right or wrong here. You might be moving your hips. You might be just
coming forward into like almost a plank. Just bring some movement, whatever that means to you. Good, just for a couple more breaths here. Waking up your body. Good, and on your next exhale, slowly walking to the top of the mat, feet hip distance apart, bending through the knees, and grab hold of the opposite elbow, just hang over your legs here. So making sure that there's no tension in your neck. So maybe shake your head yes and no. Maybe rocking from side to side. Good. Just for one more breath here. And on your exhale, releasing hands towards the mat and then slowly rolling up to standing position. Just taking your time here, letting the blood flow back down again. Especially if it's early in the morning, you potentially haven't eaten anything yet. Just be very mindful of when you're coming up from a forward fold. Good, then tiptoeing the feet apart as wide, well nearly as wide as the mat. Definitely slightly wider than your hips. Good, and once you're there, just bring your shoulders away from your ears. Inhaling both arms over your head. On your exhale, bending through your knees, bring your forearms onto your thighs, long spine and neck here. Good, you can have your buttocks as low or as high as you want to here. Good, on your next exhale, bring your fingertips onto the mat, stepping the right foot back. Maybe coming onto your palms now. Bring your right knee down, stepping that left foot back. So you're coming back up onto all fours again. And then on your inhale, dropping your belly, looking forward, opening through the heart. And then on your exhale, start tucking your toes under. Good. Then stepping the right foot on the outside of that right hand. Just moving backwards and forwards so that we're getting momentum here. And once you've got enough momentum, step that left foot on the outside of that left hand, coming back into your squat here, just for a moment. And on your next exhale, slowly coming all the way back up. Good, so hopefully that is starting to warm you up a little bit at least. Good, let's do the other side. So making sure that your feet are maybe slightly wider than hip distance apart. Good, then inhaling both arms over your head. On your exhale, bending through your knees, bring your forearms onto your thighs. Good, again, you can bring your hips as high or as low as you would like to. Good, and bring your hands onto the mat. Stepping that left foot back this time. Good, bring that left knee down, maybe coming onto your hands. And stepping that right knee back, coming onto all fours. Inhale, dropping your belly, looking forward, really stretching through the front of your body. On your exhale, rounding through the spine, tucking your toes under. Stepping that left foot on the outside of that left hand. Good, and again, just getting some momentum here. Backwards and forwards. Good, and once you've got enough momentum, bring that right foot on the outside of that right hand. Bring your forearms onto your thighs again, into your squat. Good, one more breath here. Good, and on your exhale, slowly walking your hands back up, coming to a standing position. Good, then tiptoe your feet together again, either tiptoe or walk. Doesn't matter. Just bring them together. Standing nice and tall here for a moment. Open up your hands to the front of your mat, closing your eyes. Just feel the energy going around you. Feel the energy in your body. Good, then opening your eyes. Inhaling both arms over your head. On your exhale, folding over your legs. Then on your inhale, halfway lift, long spine and neck, so your hands can be on your shins, on your thighs, making sure that your neck and your back is nice and long. Good, then on your exhale, bending through your knees, planting your hands, stepping the right foot back, followed by the left, coming into your plank. You can drop onto your knees, exhale, lower down. Inhale, looking forward. Good, exhale, tucking your toes, pushing your hips up high to the ceiling. You're just walking your feet in maybe a little bit. Bring your hips even higher to the ceiling. Again, just doing any movements here that feel good for a moment. Good. Coming to a place of stillness. And then inhaling your right leg up behind you. And stepping it in between your hands. Good. Releasing that left knee down. And releasing through that left foot as well. So before we're doing anything else, I'm just going to line you up correctly. Obviously, I can't see you. So make sure that your right knee is directly over your right ankle or slightly behind it. So we don't want to have the right knee over the right ankle like this, just because that would actually hurt. You would hurt yourself doing that. Good. So depending on how you are with your balance, you can have your feet sort of hip distance apart. Well, your right foot and your left knee, I guess. Or if you want to, you can actually move your right foot out slightly further to the right. That's absolutely fine. Good. Then hugging your thighs together and inhaling both arms over your head. Shoulders away from your ears. Good. Engaging through your core. Good. And if you want to, as only an option, you can start looking up to the ceiling. Maybe sink a little bit lower into the right hip here. Keeping that left buttocks engaged. Good. As I said, this is only enough, so you can just keep looking forward. And if you're looking up on your next exhale, slowly coming back to center. Releasing your hands down, everyone. Bring your left hand next to your right foot, underneath your left shoulder. Then inhaling your right arm up to the ceiling for a twist. So you're reaching that right arm up. And then with your neck, depending what's most comfortable, you can look down to the mat on the sidewall or to the ceiling. Again, there is no right or wrong. Just make sure you're not straining your neck. Good. And then on your next exhale, bring that right hand down and bring it on the inside of that right foot. Good. Step that right foot out slightly, turn the toes out. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Or maybe slightly in front of it. Good. So coming into the lizard pose. So you can stay here on your forearms. Or if you want to, you can actually jump onto your forearms. Did you just say forearms? You can stay on your hands. If you want to, you can jump onto your forearms as well. So you can go all the way down. So obviously, be very mindful of your hips here. If that's just too much in your hips, which is absolutely fine. Use a block if you've got one. And either the higher way, or you can also do the lower one. Maybe just use a few books if you have some, like dictionaries, for example. They're usually nice and thick, so you can use them. Good. Just for one more breath here. If you are on your forearms, just come back up onto your hands. Good, and stepping that right leg back, so coming onto all fours, and then coming into your child's pose again. So again, you can have your knees together, or you can have your knees apart, whatever feels more comfortable. You can have your hands in front of you, by your ankles. Always a little shark fin here as well. Just see what's comfortable here for you. And then again, just coming back to your breath.
Good, just a few more breaths.
Just releasing anything here. Good, and on your next exhale, just taking your time, just slowly coming back up onto all fours. Good, again, just bring your knees underneath your hip points. Good. Walking your hands slightly further forward if you brought them underneath your shoulders. Tucking your toes under and pushing hips up high to the ceiling into your downward facing dog. Good, again, just doing any movements here that feel good for you. Any wiggling around. Then coming to a place of stillness. And inhaling your left leg up behind you. Coming into your three-legged dog. And then stepping that left foot in between your hands. Good, releasing that right knee down and then releasing through that right foot. Good, again, just making sure that your left knee is directly over your left ankle or slightly behind it. And again, you've got the option just to move out with your left foot slightly to the left. Then start hugging your thighs together and inhaling both arms over your head, really releasing your shoulders down. Good. Again, start engaging through your core, pulling your navel to your spine. And if you want to, you can look up to the ceiling, sink a little bit lower into your hip. Potentially feeling a stretch through the right side here. Shoulders stay away, try not to grip through your toes. Just soften them. Good, and on your exhale, coming back to center, releasing your arms down. Bring your right hand next to your left foot, underneath your right shoulder, and inhaling your left arm up to the ceiling. Good, again, really reaching that left arm up. You can look, again, onto the mat, to the side wall, to the ceiling, whatever feels best for your neck. Good, just one more breath here. And on your exhale, bring your left hand on the inside of that left foot, step that left foot out, turn the toes out, and we come back into our lizard pose. Okay, so bring your hands underneath your shoulders, just for a moment just to start off with. And once you've been here for a few breaths, if you want to, you can just come onto your forearms again. Just be mindful again of your hips, obviously. And this side might be completely different than to the other side. Good, just a few more breaths here. Good, and if you're on your forearms, just come back onto your hands. And once you're ready, step that left knee back, coming back onto all fours, and then come into your child's pose again. So again, you can do your extended child's pose, knees together, knees apart. You can have your hands by your ankles, just rounding over. And just doing anything here that feels good. And now I've recently read quite a few comments in general that child's pose isn't actually that nice for people. If you're feeling the same way, just and have your knees closed, bring your knees as wide as the mat, because I used to have the same problem. I really didn't enjoy it, but once you do the extended version, meaning your hands over your head. But if you open up your knees as wide as the mat, it actually gives your upper body some space to move into. So it's a lot more comfortable. So if you're one of the people that don't, maybe like child's pose, it's not comfortable, try it. Bring your knees as wide as the mat. Again, just finding whatever feels good here for you. Good, just a few more breaths. Good, and on your next exhale, slowly coming back up onto all fours. Walking your knees underneath your hip points, hands slightly in front of your shoulders, tucking your toes under, and again pushing your hips up to the ceiling into your downward facing dog. Doing any movements that feel good here. Maybe picking up one foot, you know, there's no right or wrong, whatever your body feels like. Good, and again, inhaling your right leg up behind you, and then stepping it in between your hands. But this time, keep the right knee up. So again, just bring your right knee directly over your right ankle, or slightly behind it, that's fine as well. And then hug your thighs together, and then inhaling both arms over your head. Good. Then releasing your arms down, just for a moment, and bring your left heel onto the mat, opening up through that left hip. So we're coming into our warrior two pose. So, whilst I'm just lining you up, you can just extend through that right knee, just make sure that you don't lock it. So you always have a slight bend in it. So your your feet are either heel to heel or heel to arch line, whatever feels more comfortable. Your left foot is in line with the back of the mat, and then your right foot is pointing forward. Then start bending through that right knee until the right knee is directly over your right ankle. Then push that right knee out to the side so you can see at least the first couple of your toes. Good. Keep pushing through the outside of that left foot so you keep a lot of engagement here. Good. Now, do not grip your teeth, not your teeth either. Do not grip your toes. So really softening through your toes here. Shoulders away from your ears, and inhaling both arms parallel to the mat, releasing your shoulder blades down and looking over your right hand. The you just say about your middle finger or your index finger. Good. Just a couple more breaths here, nice and strong pose. Good, and releasing, not releasing. So bring your left hand onto your left leg, then inhaling your right arm up to the back of the mat for your reverse warrior. So really stretching the hand away, making sure your shoulders are away from your ears. So if you don't want to have your left hand on your left leg, you can also bring it behind you and grab hold of the right thigh. It's only an option. Good, one more breath here. And then on your exhale, bring your arms back parallel to the mat. And bring your left forearm onto, not your left, your right forearm onto your right thigh. Inhaling your left arm up to the ceiling. Clearly today I can't differentiate between left or right. It's fine. So try not to dump all of your weight into your right arm. Good, really stretching that left arm up to the ceiling. Good, eventually I will have you do this so that you're not actually using your weight. So what we don't want is doing that, because again, that's just going to hurt you. Alternatively, you can actually bring your right arm in front of your right knee. And then if you wanted to push your knee into your arm and your arm into your knee, again, that's just a lot of work. Just good. Good, one more breath here. Good, on your next exhale, look at your right toes, bring your arms back parallel to the mat. Windmill your hands onto the floor, framing your front foot, stepping the right foot back, coming into your plank. You can drop onto your knees. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, looking forward. And exhale, tucking your toes, pushing hips up high to the ceiling into downward facing dog. Just walking your feet slightly further forwards. Good. Again, just taking a moment here to do any movements that you want to do. Good, then inhaling your left leg up behind you. And then stepping it in between your hands. Good, again, just making sure that your left knee is directly over your left ankle. Then start hugging your thighs together and inhaling both arms over your head. There you go, coming into high lunge. Releasing your hands down, and this time bring your right heel onto the mat, opening up through that right hip bone. Good. So again, as I'm lining you up, you can just extend a little bit through that left knee. So again, just making sure that your feet are either heel to heel or heel to arch aligned. And then once you're there, start bending your left knee directly underneath your left ankle. Keep pushing your left knee out to the side so you can see at least the first couple of your toes. And then keep pushing through the outside of your right foot. So again, nice strong legs here. Inhaling both arms parallel to the mat, releasing your shoulder blades down. And then looking over your left fingers. Good, keeping it nice and strong. Good, just making sure that your left knee is not coming in. Keep pushing to the outside of that right foot, softening through your toes. Good, then releasing your right hand onto your right leg and inhaling your left arm to the back of the mat. Good. Again, you can bring that right hand behind or right arm behind you, grab hold of the left thigh if you want to. And on your next exhale, bring your arms back parallel to the mat, dropping your left forearm onto your left thigh, inhaling your right arm up to the ceiling. Again, just try not to dump all of your weight in. Alternatively, you can bring your left arm in front of that left knee. Do that. Good, just one more breath here. I'm going to give you a little break after this. And on your exhale, bring your arms back parallel to the mat. Windmill your hands onto the mat, framing the front foot, stepping the right foot back, coming onto your knees if you want to. Lower all the way down onto the mat. Good, so maybe move down a little bit, depending where you are. Good, then bring your arms behind your back, interlacing your hands, keeping your neck nice and long. And then on your inhale, sliding your hands down, opening through the heart. Keep looking down onto the mat. Do not hold your breath. Good, just one more breath. You're nearly there. And on your exhale, releasing your hands, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring the two big toes together and push yourself into your child's pose. Just taking a moment here. Again, just relaxing down. Just choosing the version that feels good for you. Just releasing anything that doesn't serve you anymore into the mat. Just completely letting it go. Good, just a couple more breaths here. Good, and on your next exhale, slowly coming back up onto all fours. Bring your knees underneath your hip bones. Just making sure your hands are slightly in front of you, tucking your toes under, pushing your hips up to the ceiling into your downward facing dog. Good, just stay here for a moment. Maybe doing any movements that feel good. Good, and once you're ready, either step or walk to the top of the mat, folding over your legs. Good, and slowly, very slowly, rolling up to standing position. Good, again, just letting the blood flow back down. Staying nice and comfortable. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. So we're just going to do one balancing pose, and then we're going to go over to the floor before I'm going to give you a nice relaxing Shavasana at the end. So start grounding through all four corners of the feet. If you are near a wall, use the wall by all means. I love using walls. Sometimes there is, I might do it next week. There's a nice little exercise for your shoulders that you can do at the wall. Good, so start grounding through your all four corners of the feet, standing nice and tall, engaging through your core, so pulling your navel to your spine. Good, shoulders away from your ears. Good, and coming onto your right tiptoes, making sure that your hips stay level and that they're not either sinking down or going up. Really keep grounding through that left foot and hug your right knee into your chest. Good, so really keep growing into the space above you. Good, and move, just bring your, oh gosh, can't talk. Guide your right knee with your right hand out to the side and place the sole of the right foot anywhere on the leg but the knee. So either below the knee or above the knee. So you've got the different options. You can actually bring your toes onto the mat so that you are on your left ankle. You can bring it on the side of your shin or off the side of your thigh. And this is pretty much on my knee. So see where you are today. There is no right or wrong. Engage through your left buttocks here. So maybe just poke it just to engage it. And then push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Good, then with your hands, you've got so many different options here. Obviously you can use the wall. If you're using the wall, don't do this. So keep really grounding through that left foot. Good. You can bring your hands together in front of you in prayer. You can bring your arms over your head. You can interlace your hands behind your back, opening up through the front of your body. And one of my favorites is actually what I call a moving tree. So just keep moving your hands. It's actually quite nice for your balance. It does actually help. So I quite like that one, especially on a double layer mat and a really spongy floor. Good, so then once you, not once, on your next exhale, just hug your right knee back into your chest. And on your exhale, slowly release that right leg down, shaking out your legs. Good. Just one more side. We're going to do a little bit on the floor and you're done. So it's just flying by, isn't it? Good, so start grounding through your right foot. Again, standing nice and tall, shoulders away from your ears. Engaging through your right buttocks. Engaging through your core if you haven't already. And coming onto your left tiptoes. Good, and then once you're there, start hugging that left knee into your chest. Good. So from here, get your left knee out to the side. And place the sole of the left foot anywhere on the inside of that right leg, but the knee. So again, you can go above it, below it, just right by the ankle. It's no right or wrong. As long as you push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Good, and again with your hands, you can have them in prayer, over your head. Interlacing your hands behind your back, opening up through the front of your body. Or do your little dancing tree. You can also just, you can do anything here that you really want to do. And this is why this is one of my favorite ones. I mean, if you have someone else next to you, you can even hug them. It might be easier if you're doing the opposite leg, but that's always an option. Good, just one more breath here. And then on your exhale, just hug that left knee back into your chest. And with control, releasing it back down. Good, just shaking your legs out. Good. So, coming to the top of your mat. And inhaling both arms over your head. On your exhale, folding over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine and neck. Good. On your exhale, bending through your knees, planting your hands, stepping the left foot back, followed by the right, coming onto your knees if you want to. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, looking forward. Good. Exhale, tucking your toes, pushing hips up high to the ceiling. Good. Coming into your downward facing dog again. Good. Just doing any movements here that feel good. It's going to be your last down dog for the day. So just do anything here. And once you're ready, just come onto your knees, cross your ankles over, and come out, come to a comfortable seated position for the moment. Just whilst everyone's catching up. So just take your time in your down dog. Good. We're just going to do maybe one, maybe two. Sitting down, and I'm going to go on our backs just for a few exercises or poses. And then it's going to be relaxation time. So if you want to quickly grab something, cardio, anything that you need for your relaxation at the end, grab that now before you actually lay down. Just have that right here somewhere. You're not going to be doing very much right now. Good. So once you're there, just bring the soles of the feet together, knees pointing out to the side. So make sure that your knees don't feel twisted. If you don't know what I'm talking about, good, because you won't have it, because you will know if your knee feels twisted. If you do know what I'm talking about, just do some adjustments. Just maybe bring your legs out in front of you. Maybe bring the soles of the feet or the heels further away, maybe closer together or closer to your sitting bones. Just see, don't let them feel twisted, essentially. Good. Then holding on to either your ankles, the arches of your feet, or your toes. If you've never done this before, just hold on to the, not the arches, the ankles. And inhale, opening through the front of your body. And on your exhale, with a straight back, start folding over your legs. So you might not go very far, which is absolutely fine. You might have just, you might still be here. It's absolutely fine. There's no right and wrong. What's more important is your back. So keep your back nice and straight. Keep pushing your chest out. And then if you can, lean forward. And again, don't use your hands. Essentially, I'm doing this without my hands. So if you're further down, you can use your elbows on your thighs, not on your knees, just to push down and maybe go a little bit deeper into the fold and into the stretch here. Just be, again, you know, it's your hips, so be very mindful here. Maybe closing your eyes. I do find actually that when you close your eyes, you tend to go a lot deeper into poses because you're not analyzing it with your eyes. Sometimes in this pose, actually moving from side to side. I'm not a very big fan of staying still. So I, a lot of times, sway from side to side. Actually in this pose, I found it does actually help going a little bit deeper. Good, just a couple more breaths. Good, and then on your next exhale, slowly coming back up to a seated position again. Good, and then in any way that you want to, just come laying down on your back. Bring the soles of the feet on the mat, knees pointing up to the ceiling. Making sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Good, and then inhaling your right leg up to the ceiling. And then flexing through that right foot, just doing a little bit of yoga for the feet here. And circling it one way and the other way. Good, then crossing the right ankle on top of the left knee, right knee goes out to the side. And then start hugging that left knee into your chest. Shoulders away from your ears. So you can hold on underneath the knee or on top of the knee. So again, just be very mindful with your right hip here. Just closing your eyes. Again, as I just mentioned, I don't really like sitting or being still. So even here, I'll rock from side to side because that actually feels good for my body. It might not feel good for you, so you kind of have to experiment here a little bit, not just here in general, and see what feels good, what you like. Good, just one more breath. And then on your exhale, bring the sole off the left foot onto the mat. And untangle your right leg and bring the sole onto the mat. Good, so both knees pointing up to the ceiling. And inhale your left leg up to the ceiling this time. Point and flex through your foot, circling it one way and the other way. Good, then crossing the left ankle on top of the right knee, left knee goes out to the side. And start hugging that right knee into your chest. Again, you can hold on underneath the knee or on top of the knee. Closing your eyes here. Just breathing in. Starting to bring your attention back to your breath and to your breath only. So if a thought pops into your mind, just acknowledge that thought, let it go. Come back to your in and exhales. Good. On your next exhale, slowly untangling your feet and hug both knees into your chest. Start rocking from side to side, maybe massaging your lower back. Good. And then once you've had enough, you may be circling around a little bit with your knees. If you do that, just make sure you're going into both directions. And then once you've had enough here, start coming into your relaxation pose. So you can have both feet, both soles of the feet on the mat, knees pointing up to the ceiling. You can have your hands by your side, palms facing up or down. You can extend your legs out into traditional Shavasana. You can bring the soles of the feet together, knees pointing out to the side. So the one thing that's really important is that you're just nice and comfortable. So if you've practiced last week's video and you quite like to bolster all your cushions underneath your knees, you can always do that. A nice little relaxation right there. Good. So just coming into the comfortable position, relaxation, whatever that is to you. And then once you're there, just closing your eyes. Take a deep breath in here, and then on your exhale, really sink into the mat even further, really melting down into the ground. Just concentrating on your in and exhales. And then taking a moment and scanning your body from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. And just see if you can release any tension there may be. Maybe see if you can make yourself just 1% more comfortable.
Slowly deepening your breath again. Bring your awareness back into the room and back into your body. And then start wiggling your toes, fingers. Just bring some movement back, whatever feels good. And on your next inhale, stretching both arms over your head for a full body stretch, waking your body up again. And then keeping your eyes closed, rolling over onto your right hand side, making a little pillow with your right arm. And just stay here, just letting your body come back, letting all of your senses come back after your practice today. And then taking your time, just as much time as you need, there is no rush at all. Keeping your eyes closed, just coming back to a comfortable seated position, whatever that means to you. Good, then bring your head over your heart over your pelvis, shoulders away from your ears. Bring the palms together in your heart center, bring your thumbs towards or onto your sternum. Slightly tucking your chin in, lengthening the back of your neck. And thank you very much for practicing with me today. Sealing our practice. Bowing the head down. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you very much for practicing today, and I shall see you again. Well, you will see me again next week. If you have any requests what you want to do next week, just let me know, or any other weeks. As this group is still quite small at the moment, it's so easy just to accommodate what your requests are. So if you have anything specific that you want to work on, pose, topic, anything, let me know. All right, until next week, thank you very much. Goodbye.